Hi there, how are you? Good evening and welcome back to the channel and to Planet Coaster 2 where we continue, sorry. Jesus Christ, I need to really stay away from the window. The sun's really coming in there. Yeah, work continues on the park. So I think we're nearly ready to actually begin building the pool of the pool area. I have a couple of little things I want to at least try out first in some of the other areas. Once the controller stops turning itself off. Yeah, so two things I want to do before actually three things. First, I need to sort of just put a wee bit of decoration in and around this area. Second thing is, I kind of want to have like a layer of mist just on the floor of the arcade. So that's thing two, or maybe start with that. And thing three is just something I want to try. I don't know if it's necessarily going to work, but I kind of want to. We'll just get there. Engulf not this side, but this side, as much of, or at least a decent chunk of this cave entrance to be engulfed in smoke. So the idea came to me after the end of last stream when I did this with the dragon, where there's just like a big layer of smoke that he emerges from. So I kind of want to just see if we can sort of make just a big wall of smoke that you can't from this side see in. Because now that's quite well let you sort of see everything. So I think that's where we're going to start. Actually, no, we'll start with the arcade floor, because that's going to be the easiest thing. And also a thing that definitely happens and stays happened. That might not work. So yeah, that'll be the first thing. So back to the arcade. Oh yeah, I forgot I had water jets on the Kraken attack. Fun. Yeah, just like some rocks, palm trees, you know, the usual shit. I need to illuminate the shark. Maybe. Something to think about. But yeah, first things first. We need to go into the arcade. We need effects. We want environment. So we want mist. So there's a way I can have a torch. There it is. Fortunately, I'm not seeing sort of how much ground that actually covers. Assuming if I place it down. How high up do you go before you're actually protruding, though? Okay, at that point you're above. So like just there. So if I place you, do we see mist? We don't. Fascinating. Alright, just want to see. If I place you. Huh. I forget where I put the last one. Oh, actually, I can slightly see underneath that because it's not the floor. There's like a layer of bullshit above the floor. But yeah, why am I not seeing mist? So here, that was my idea. I wanted the floor grid anyway. Maybe that's why. So yeah, just one in each of these little grids. Except we're still not seeing it, so I might need to just do it with smoke. Why are you not misting? Well, not a smoke burst. You're also not. Interesting. Why are these effects not affecting? That's working. Confetti's working. Why is the mist? Do I need to change the colour? Nope. It's just not producing mist. Oh shit, it is. We may be overdoing it. I think is that all of it? I think that's all of it. Okay, so we don't need mist huge. Just need mist medium. This probably doesn't need to be red. I got a nice sort of grey. Or we do one huge but in the middle. That makes sense. Don't know exactly where the middle is. Well, if we sort of go, oh, I need to, well, I know it's not in the roof. We sort of go like here. Same deal. Under the floor. That's protruding. Has that misted? I don't know that it has. Oh no, it has. Lovely. It's not quite what I was looking for. I was looking for more like just a thin layer along the ground, but I'll take it. So yeah, if we do one sort of about here-ish. So maybe we do need smoke rather than mist. That's maybe a little much. Alright, let's try smoke. I don't get why it doesn't appear. Oh no, actually that's not what I need. I need just like a blanket. You know, I was thinking just like a really nice little layer just on the floor. I suppose what I could do with the smoke is place it like not on the floor, but yeah, like against surfaces. Ooh, that's an idea. Let's try that. No, because it still goes vertically. It doesn't shoot out. What you? What do you do? Impossible to say. Same thing. Okay. Where was the confetti? The confetti was in fire effects for some reason. I like the idea of it just having... Oh, you know where I could put that, actually. Just inside the shark. I mean, it doesn't land anywhere near people at that point. I might just have one of those just on inside the roof. I've decided. I was so certain this was going to be a thing that would actually stick and be in the world. The mist floor, that is. It doesn't quite work how I mean, that just means I need to put it like way lower. So where does that confetti actually rain down? Do I like that? I don't. Alright, yeah, maybe that's what we need to do, is just... How do you get back? Ooh, that's interesting. Do it again? No? Not for here, but we'll probably find a use for that eventually. Yeah, so if the issue with the mist was it was too high, perhaps all we need to do is bring it way further down. So I think it does. I think it sort of materializes above the... a bit. Yeah, so I would just need to place it like way, way underground. Okay. So if we do one like here... Nope. So let's go for there. And go to sort of there. And then one here. Again, this might not work. I'm just sort of randomly guessing these distances. You know, it does kind of look like the place is caught fire. But I kind of dig it. It's not obscene. In fact, you hardly see it. Except for when you're like there. And it doesn't really encroach on the outside world. I'm going to leave that. It's not quite what I was looking for. But it gets the job done. Alright, so that was the sort of easy part. The trickier part is going to be encasing this entire cave entrance in smoke. So I might just have to slightly fudge reality and just have a few of the spawners, I guess, free floating inside pre-existing smoke. Okay, so again, the issue is it rises, as you know, smoke sort of tends to do. So yeah, if we sort of start it there-ish. And this is just pure sort of vibes based and not like distancing these out at all. Again, I'm just looking for like a full-on impenetrable wall of smoke. So again, actually maybe the mist would be the way to do this, because it does just sort of fill a space, whereas the smoke just sort of rises in a column. We'll see what this does for us. Probably won't work, but you know, we've got to try these things out. Or else we'll never know. I put these all down, see how that looks, and then we'll figure it out from there. Because yeah, unfortunately, the way the smoke works is even if the nozzle is pointing downward, the smoke instinctively travels off. Maybe not instinctively, it's smoke, it doesn't have instinct, but you know what I mean. Physics. So unless there's like a jet of smoke maybe that does just go down, that one's probably not going to actually be much use. Actually no, because again we've established they just shoot up anyway. So yeah, we'll see how this looks when these are all placed. Okay. Oh shit, I've done it. So, okay. What needs to change? Not much, actually. Maybe just... do I want to bring them all down a bit? Or do we want to have us look at the mist? Let's see what that does for the ground level. What we'll do is we will one, two, three, four. It's actually worked a lot better than I thought it would. I wasn't sure how high up they would go before it sort of dissipated. And again, there's that much fog and smoke, you don't even see the little nozzles, so it's fine. Just 2 or 3. Perfect. The game does not like it at all, but that's sort of what I wanted. And then you come through. Beautiful. Oh, that? Oh, actually, I think that's mist from there. I hope. Sweet. Actually, how does that look at night? I think we've established this is going to be very much a nighttime park. Hold on. And second question. Give me a person. What we nearly have on there. Nope. We need a person. Where are these? Just need to inhabit a human being. Anyone. There we go. Ooh, that is not good for the frame rate there. Yeah, I might get rid of that. Maybe just try with just the mist. Or actually, it seems to be... no, it's still terrible, even with just the fog. Or the smoke, even. Is that as far back as I can undo? Shit. Yes, it is. Okay. Alright. So, everything off except for special effects. It's a nice idea, it was just a bit much for the game. So let's try it with just a few mists. Maybe a few along the top as well. So it's not quite the impenetrable wall effect, but it also doesn't try and kill the game. You still sort of get that idea that you're traversing. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Right. So yeah, that's that bit done. So, do I put something there, or do I just need to add more trees? Don't know. This bit's definitely done. Sort of from that rock up to this rock, basically. For burning ships and all that jazz. I do think I kind of want to light the shark. Okay, so lighting, standing lights. We get a couple of these. So that doesn't really do anything for the shark. Nor, I think, does that. No, it doesn't quite have that reach. But if we pop one here, turn it around. There we go. Sweet. So I think I'm happy enough to leave this area as it is, because you're not really going past, you know, here. I think that's all well and good. So, yeah, so give me you. Give me Mediterranean tropical. Trees. Oh, those aren't tropical. Those are tropical. That's fine. For the mix. go. I went over. Oh, I didn't. No, I definitely did. Yeah, that's... No, I don't like that. I don't like it overhanging like that. Don't do all of that. There we go. Lovely. So I might just pop a few more of these if I can get it. Nope. 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 That's fine. Just inside it to sort of get a bit more light and such. Just to sort of bring out some of those shapes, as it were. Whoa, shit. Because also I need to put lights along the path anyway. How's that look? Yeah. Where's the light? Get lost in the trees, get lost in the trees. I'm sure some of these aren't necessarily in the ground, but it doesn't really matter because people aren't going to be in here. Yeah, like so. Oh, I know I have already lit it, so I think I just want to do some more paths and bins. Or not paths, benches and bins, that's the ones. What was I using? Oh, I haven't done any along here. Not you. Ooh, yeah, so if we just take... What way was I doing this? Sort of an alternating type deal. Do one there, to one there, to one there, to one there, to one there-ish, to there, just sort of in between the lamps. Really? Just as you go into the shark, and then do the same with bins. I might copy that light as well. I quite like that. So it's always on that side. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, and then the other side is always torch. That is gigantic for a bin. I suppose the amount of people that come through these places, that makes a bit of sense. You go there. So, yes, that one. 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 And that one. Why put a light shining down from inside the shark mouth? We'll see. Speaking of lights. So it's one there. There. So if I turn the torch off. Yeah, it does need those, I suppose. Maybe just one at this corner as well. And that one, no. If it's not too much of a faff to do it, I might put, I don't know why this one didn't have railings, but I might put railings on these paths. Since all the paths up to it had railings. Let's see if there's like jungle noises on the speakers. That could be fun for this bit. There we go. Oh, actually, yeah. Give me. Like one just a bit further along. Same. And the torch. Wonderful stuff. Right, so yeah, paths. Let's see, is there a way I can do this? This was either horizontal or vertical. Is there a way I can just add these? I don't think there's going to be. That should be a thing. Hold on. To the internet. Planet Coaster 2. Add railing to existing path. Add railings to an existing path by using the Customize Brush tool to paint over the path borders. Okay. that you? Ah, customize brush. Super. So railings is on. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I think it looks a bit nicer. Sure, I had them off for a reason, but not for this bit. Can I get... Yes! Do I want them on that inside bit though? Maybe not these ones precisely, but we might put something there on that little narrower bit. There we go. What have we got? Painted metal, metal coaster. Painted metal might be the way to go. With that place. There we go. This time there's not ones in here. No, good. Yeah, happy. So, let's see. I also had a thought of adding like a green beam of light coming out of the spaceship, which would probably just be you. Let's see if I can do this. Did I actually do anything? It did not. Okay, worth a shot then. Ah, that's what I was doing. I'm still attaching it to you. So if we want it more that way. Don't know why it's green, but sort of there. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Right, what I might just have a go with here is give me more of those ones. sort of casting a faintest of glows. How does that look? Yeah, I like that. Still really happy with the spaceship as well. Alright, so I want to now see how that looks if you're a person. So yeah, you come through here. Might need to do something with this. Although I don't really mind it. So yeah, you come out to this, you can find yourself in lush jungle. With plenty of seating options and light. You're like, ooh, what's around this corner? And that nicely obscures, yeah, the spaceship. So first thing you see, oh my god, it's a big fucking shark, and then, oh my god, is that a spaceship? And you come along, and boom, the arcade. Oh, actually, I do really like that green glow. I might pop some rocks down over those. Wait for the door, you come through. Yeah, it's just, there's like a hint of the mist, so I'm happy with that. Everybody's all lit, you can see what you're doing, but it's still like nice and arcadey dark. Hold on, why aren't you playing? Or is that because it's not the lit up ones that you just can't see it? Let's see. Whoa, too far. That might just be because it's... yeah. Yeah, because you can't see any of them. Ooh, do I want to change that now? Just out of curiosity. If I... well, that might just be that they're not working. That one's working. And that's not a lit up one. I mean, it's showing a still image. Interesting. Okay. I think the video screens are just slightly borked. That's okay. Normal. But yeah, I think that about covers... oh no, that was another thing I wanted to do. Nope, not you. Scenery. I can never remember where the speaker lives. Is there, like, jungle noises? Let's find out. Change track. Paradise Forest might be the one. Oh, that's it. Just see if there's anything else. Oh, Distant Dragons, we might put that in the forest around Valhalla. And that in Town Square. Maybe not in Dragon Cave. That in the tavern. Okay, nice. So that's gonna be my next thing for a bit here. So where was... is that it? Yes. Right, so we want one in the tavern. Hold down. Just live there. Nice. Let's see. No, that's not quite what I was looking for. Don't need that. Oh yeah, I was going to do Distant Dragons. Ah, I'm stuck. Where am I? Help! Oh, I somehow found myself in Valhalla. Oh, I was also going to see if I could make this a rainbow bridge. I can't change that before I plant you, can I? No, that's okay. So, pop one there. Where are you? Perfect. How would I go about that? I don't know if there's... I don't think there's a rainbow path. So it might be a case of, like the arcade floor, we just put a thing down and make it rainbow. Possibly. Let's give that a go. Like how I started this saying, you know, oh yeah, we're doing the pool today. We may. That may still yet happen. Ah, Jesus. Drag. So yeah, let's see. So, how would we do this? Uh, ba -ba 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 -ba. We have shapes. We just have a rectangle. There we go. So what I'm thinking is, I can get you, yes. Ah, yes, of course, that's the issue. That doesn't all move at the same. But basically, it would be a bunch of this. Oh, you're slightly at a jump that way. There we go. Okay, so curiosity's sake, how many of these fit across the way? So 1. 2. 3. So this path is not flat. 4. 5. This probably isn't the way to do it either. It's a nice idea, but that would be complicated. Alright, let's see. I don't think any of these are going to work. But we can choose the colour of them 7 ways. So unless... There's an idea. We take... Where were you? Vinyl path. Oh, controller's turned off. Oh, undo that, please. So, red. But yeah, I can't do like individual strips of that, so I'd have to delete the bridge. Alright, hold on. Save park. Have an idea. Paths. You can do it. I believe in you. Because also, what I want to do what I did with the arcade one anyway, and sort of try and funnel people that they're just coming in through the doors here. Anyway, but that's just a minor thing I'm also solving with this. Right. So here's my idea. That's not really wide enough. Or that's as small as we can get it, I mean. Like, I think that other option I was looking at would be the way to go. Yeah, if I build it off of the building. What's the building in here? Because you're on a grid. Oh, shit. I do want to do that, I just can't figure out how to do it. Just out of curiosity, give me everything. I haven't seen anything, but rainbow. There's a rainbow panel. I don't see how that helps me with this. That's why I've just gone for a 4 color. I mean, that would be simpler than trying to do 7, admittedly. Wait. Okay, hold on. Back to paths. So, 1, 2. just do a 4-color rainbow. Nah, I don't like it. Alright, let me see. What's on the screens? Is there something rainbowy? Right, let me see. Pop you down somewhere. Is there something? I mean, that kind of gets the idea across. Is there one where you're just constantly in hyperspace, though? Yes. Let's see. So there's nothing just rainbow anyway. Nah, we'll leave it. It was an idea. I just don't know if there's a... Oh, shit. Oh, no. Ah, there we go. Would have been nice, but I don't know if there's an easily workable way to make that happen. To make it a rainbow bridge. If anyone has any thoughts on that, let me know. Yeah, I think it is time that we build a pool. So, do we want to just, what do you look like? See, I was thinking one huge ass pool, but maybe we sort of have a few. Or do I just want one big massive pool with a bunch of slides going in now? But interesting. Like how big is your huge pool? Yeah, no, I'm thinking like most of this area is just going to be pool. What's going on in this one? Alright, yeah, slides. Yeah, create custom. So... Ooh, I like the medium. Grey, white, wood. Ooh, wood. No, I can't build you off the paths. I can't rotate this either. Can't. Or we just draw it. Doesn't need to be a square. Ah, there's like a big old fucking size limit. Of course there is. Would that be the same for the stamp? Maybe. Let's see. Well, if we sort of keep this bit as like your changing a general not pool area. So yeah, a wee bit of shallows. big as it goes. And waiting. Actually, you know what? I don't need that much shallow. Yep. Just swimming. And this one can be a bit bigger. That's fine. Again, I always do these things and then you sort of put it to the person scale and it's like, holy shit, no, that's maybe unnecessary. One more. And then diving. Will you just obliterate these trees? No! I hoped you would. Okay. So yeah, shallow to wading to swimming. Nope, that's diving. That's fine. So give me the old demolish. Make it big. Or maybe the better thing to do would be have separate pools. Yeah, that might be the way to go. Rather than just one big long pool that gets progressively deeper. Yeah. Let's do that. So yeah, a little... Does that not get rid of the... Why would you not get rid of... Oh, is that count the paths? Doesn't seem to be. Oh, because I had path slash pull extras, not paths. There we go. Okay. First things first. Scenery, terrain. No. Thank you. Walk it all the way up there, please. Lovely stuff. Right, and then give me the demolish again. I think we had an infinity pool like right there. So yeah, I think rather than one gigantic pool, we'll have a few pools. Okay, so back to this. Create custom. So give me the shallow first. And we'll just... So yeah, again, we want to... Actually, I'll mark out give me the pav thing first. Give me the vertical plank. Can you hook up to this, please? Almost. There we go. Nope. Almost. 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 There we go. That's the wrong thing. Is that really... Oh, it's the color. There we go. I'll maybe have more vending machines here as well or something, but this will be your changing rooms, etc. Actually, you know what? Give me the demolisher again. I don't want those non-tropical trees anyway. To just find that for me again, please? No? Really? You're just not engaging with the existing path at all. And turn you off. No? Why have you stopped? Maybe do want that. But not right now. I'm trying to, you know, extend this. Oh, you had it for a second there. Come on. I believe in you. Oh, you can. Hold on. There we go. Nope, that's terrible. Why are you being a dick? Just attach to the path that's already there, sir. Fascinating. Well, that's probably enough of that anyway. Okay. So, pools, we want... This is the shallows. Well, I was kind of hoping you would, you know, fill in the rest of it. Like the whole thing would be a pool. Maybe I'm the idiot for thinking that was how you would work. Oh, close. But you need to actually connect to the next bit. I've decided this is just going to be like a Lizzie River type thing. Get rid of that jaggy edge, that would be great. There we go. No, I don't like it at all. What am I doing? So yeah, what I thought would happen would be you'd fill that in and then, you know, it would become a pool. Right, let's try draw tool. Okay, that I like. So that's our shallow pool. Wading pool. Actually, with the shallow, what would be smaller? I also realised I haven't considered how these all link up yet. Ah, that just connects. Lovely. Don't necessarily like it being as abrupt as that, but you know, we'll figure it out. And then swimming. Oh, almost. Yep, and then diving. So diving probably doesn't need to be that big because it's primarily going to be there for, you know, things to go into. So actually maybe it does need to be a bit bigger. Being the diving pool. Oh, and then I'm just going to have a little infinity pool looking out onto the... There we go. And that can be swimming level. Well, don't bring your valuables to my park. You'll not get pickpocketed. Yes! Perfect! Alright, so yeah, so we've got shallow, wading. Is wading deeper than shallow? Shallow came first. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, wading's deeper. Swimming. Diving. And then also swimming, but it's the infinity pool. So that could maybe even be a bit smaller. It's really just about getting sort of that. It's more of a luxurious sort of... Yeah, I don't like that. No, I liked it better whenever it was... I might be able to fix that with terrain. Oh, no, that's maybe too much. Where'd you go? Oh, no, that's the opposite of what I was looking for. And then... push. Undo a wee bit. Bring that down. had it right the first time. So, is there an easier way? Flatten to surface. No. That's not it at all. I just need to bring it way down. Do not. That's better. Except that's too tall. Actually, you know what? That's probably okay. Just need to sort of make this look a bit more natural again. That's doing the opposite. Again, nobody's ever going to see this. It's just for me. There we go. Yeah, just a nice little infinity pool. Oh, God, I think I wish it was a bit more just up to the edge. Oh, actually, there's an idea. What if demolish pools? Terrain. Flatten the foundation. Just bring this right up to the edge. So, pools, and let's see. You know what, you can be over a wee bit. Going just outside of the buildable area? Is that your issue? There we go. Alright, so out of curiosity, can I on the surface? Or actually, I can't really do that corner. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So you're right on the edge of the water. So then we just need to path this shit up. So yeah, can you... What? Yeah, I'm path. Almost. No, that looks like shit. As does that. Alright, hold on. These first two pills might get redone. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. So we need a shallow. Actually, hold on. Is there a... There is a circle. That's an octagon. That's a circle. Also, I don't mind that. So that's our... No, it doesn't need to be infinity. But that's the idea. I think that for our shallow, little baby shallow pool. So 1, 2... Maybe even we just figure 8. No, I'll give it sort of that vibe. Just leave it. Yeah. And then the wading pool. Done the wrong thing again. I could maybe connect them with a little series of things like that. It's not a bad idea. Draw tools what I needed. Come on, find it. Or not. There we go. Sure, looks like a pained, tortured face, but yeah, it's fine. Yeah, let's do that. So, line builder. So, shallow to... So I think if we do... Do that. And then... Wading. Sort of join a more natural. Perfect. Yep. And then from this point, swimming. And then back to weighting. Actually, no, start from like here, weighting. Except for the infinity pool, because it's going to be its own little enclosed thing. Oh no, that's terrible. Why have you done that? Almost. There we go. Nope, there's still just a little bit of an overhang there that I don't like. How's that? That's better. Yep. And then to the diving, where does that actually deepen? There. Super. Or maybe it should only go in like the progression. So like shallow to weighting. Yes. Let's do that. So that's shallow to weighting. Lovely. Then weighting. Come on. To swimming. And then swimming to diving. Nope. Nope. You're not on the level, friend. How did that happen? That's interesting. I thought you looked a bit off. So yeah, you're like pretty flush. Interesting. Maybe we don't need that. No, I'm just gonna get rid of them all. Fools, yep. Oh, and paths. Yeah, paths. Okay. Just because I need it all to be flat. There we go. Infinity pulse should be alright. I've messed enough around without enough. So terrain, flattened foundation. Lock you up. Give me as big an area. Should all now pretty fucking even. Okay, so pools, create custom, give me the stamp, give me the circle. So we want shallow first. Beautiful. And then we want line. To there-ish. Which then becomes weighting. To there-ish. Which then becomes draw tool. Perfect. Yep. Then back to line. Comes the swimming. Which becomes the swimming pool. Ah, nearly. So do I want to go through you or not? Is the question. Alright, well here's a question. If I go to demolish, turn off pools, and make that teensy, can I get rid of just that, do we think? No. Alright, how did I get that right last time? That worked. Nope. Alright, what if I started like here? Alright, just to test. There we go, okay. So can I now just expand on this? Ooh, that's horrible. Okay, but now we can just actually build the pool. I know that works. It's a bit... Hold on. That helps a little bit. It's a wee bit janky, but whatever. Okay, then it's back to line. There we go. We do also have that bit down there. So there, and then that becomes diving. Sort of there-ish. And then we draw. Once again, this is not flat. Unless it's to do with the depth of the diving pool that messes it up. It's entirely possible. Lovely. And then what we'll also do is just pause. Oh, no, not you. Line. Probably what we'll do classic. Just, you know, not. Can I turn off fixed length? No, that's okay. Also that, yes, that did actually split off like that. Alright, well, what if we now just do like so. Nope. Merge is on. It's on. We're just going to be a dick. Also, like what would you say that is? Also, am I in? Why am I in staff? Is that what I'm doing? No. It's probably that, isn't it? Let's see. You know what? Give me the stamp. Ah, because no, once again, you're not gonna turn. Oh, but I can turn you. We established that. It's not quite the same, but. No. What is going to be the easiest way? Is it just redraw? Or do I need, does this have to also form like a full? How do you work? How do you actually, you know, finish? Is a very good question. Ah, you have to do that. I see. Okay, we'll figure this out. Should probably do want to have paths getting you back to here. Alright, turn. Oh, control turned off. No, undo that. That's on the wrong thing again. So it's not square flagstones unless it is. Again, there probably isn't a thing for that. That's all I want to do. Straight round. There we go. There we go. Okay. I wonder if I could construct a bridge. How does that work? We'll need one off of this though. There we go. Lovely stuff. Okay. Maybe just one from the middle here as well. But yeah, ideally that would be like it goes over. How do we do that? Chance. Maybe not that. Is there a way to turn you off? There it is. Okay. Aha! That's what I was looking for. Okay, so get rid of that one, get rid of actually get rid of a few of these. Just leave those two. Okay. So are you back on the ground? Unsure. I bet it's fine. You're maybe a wee bit over. Okay. Yeah, don't mind that. Do we need all these junctions? Probably not. But it's good to give people ways to get around. Okay, I like that. Maybe offer this one if I can. Sort of a way to get straight to. Actually, no, because I don't want to get too much over there yet until I've done slides and stuff into the diving pool. Yeah, okay. So pools, that is the pools. Nothing on beaches, why would that be a thing then? Ah, there we go. Oh, that's in, no wait, no. Pools, okay. Lazy rivers. I'm confused. How can I make that work? Because I would like this to be Lazy River. Ooh, what have I done? these do I need? Unclear. Okay. Just sort of between alternating lights. Might not be how these work. Possible for me to know. And in fact, the diving end ones might be the only ones that actually function. So that's fine. I'm going to assume that all knows what it's doing. Oh, I haven't done this rubber. There's quite a long one too. Don't know necessarily why the poles all need to be connected, but I'm glad that they are. And yeah, like a child can't go straight from the shallows to the deeper pool. There's like so many steps they would have to take. And you know, we'll juice up the area around it with trees and all the good stuff. Well, we've finally made it to the diving length, or depth even. So that's something. Oh, there we go. Though I might want to round off those edges. Which was in here somewhere. Was it? Yes, yes it was. Is that as round as you're going to go? You went round. You just can't be round, okay. There's always be one corner does not round. For some reason. That's okay. I did those ones, and that one's fine. Okay, so we've got our 5 pools. So yeah, you've got your shallow, into the wading, into the swimming, into the diving, and then just a little infinity pool for a bit of luxury at the end. How lit are the pool lights? Fairly decently. So that's good to know. So there's no lights in the shallows, but that's okay. So yeah, so up here is going to be changing rooms, toilets, yada yada. And then you're into the pool complex. And yes, the diving pool and maybe the swimming pool will have slides, so I haven't really given myself a lot of room. So what I might do is, since the diving pool, actually I might do that, the diving pool will also be a separate thing. So, paths and pools. Get the paths. There we go. Ah. Ooh, that's terrible. Oh, control turned off. And control turned off again. Okay, what I might just do is, again, get rid of you. Hideous. And we'll just have a separate... Oh no, keep those. There we go. Keep the diving pool separate, and that'll also give me all of that space for things. Ah, but that's also going to be a deck. Yeah, it's going to be a deck. Ooh, don't like that. Alright, tell you what. Let's just demolish, say that. Get rid of that little bit half. And we'll maybe be able to just rebuild that, hopefully. Get rid of those for now. Or I might just end up redoing all of this. You know what? Let's just redo all of it. But not tonight. This was just sort of proof of concepting anyway. But yeah, I'm thinking diving pool will now be its own separate. And also to give me room for the... So like all the... whatever water slides we build will go into the diving pool. Keep that lazy river idea for the swimming pools. There we go. There we go. Lovely. And keep the infinity pool as it is. So terrain, back to day. This will be the last thing I do probably. Terrain, nope, terrain. Flatten the foundation, find a good spot. Smooth you the fuck out. But yeah, so an extra, so separate diving pool. Yeah. But yeah, keep that initial idea of shallow, which will probably actually might just make a single dot size, into a slightly bigger weighting, into a bigger swimming size or depth, and then a separate diving pool where all of the shit will go. And in this, we might set up like another restaurant or something there. I've got very dark for some reason. Probably because the sun is setting. That's how that works. Also, I'm about to end anyway, so it doesn't super matter. but you might as well see me. There we go. But yeah, so we'll revisit this when we come back to it. But that is the beginning of the pool area. Ooh, don't like that. Again, this might all just get demolished. To start afresh. Oh, no, never mind. Do I want to bring that out one more? I do, if it'll let me, you know, do it. But you're not going to. I don't know why you're not linking up to that. Turn you off. But you had no problem with it before. That's weird. You know what? Just because of that. And okay, so that needs flattened. I think. Maybe that was the issue. Let's see. No, you just refuse to acknowledge that this path is here. For some reason. Yeah, you just don't want to build off of this anymore. Line builder does. So maybe if we do that, that's a different color, but that's okay because we're going into a new area. And then, if we go to the stamp, seriously, this used to. Is that what I mean at point stamping? No. You used to build off of things, like conform to the edges of paths, my friend. Like there. You do it there. So why don't you do it over here? What is your issue? Oh, hold on. There we go. So bring it out like that. It's fine. Do we need another layer? No, I think that's going to be wide enough. Because that's bigger than the arcade, basically. Yeah, so there we go. So yeah, little kid pool, to wading pool, to swimming pool, and then a bigger diving pool, and that's where the... So this will maybe be the central bit where the slides begin from into diving. We shall see. But that will do it for tonight. So we will save that over. We will exit the main menu. But I mean, we still got some other good shit done. We couldn't quite get my sort of smoky floor of the arcade, but we did get the Misty Cave entrance at the entrance. We didn't get the Rainbow Bridge to Valhalla, but I feel like we did do some other stuff. Can't remember off the top of my head. And yeah, we sort of started figuring out the pools. So yeah, so we'll revisit that next time. On that note, I've said this at the end of the last couple of streams, but just to make sure everybody's up to speed with what's happening, there may not be streams next week, in the middle of moving to a new apartment, so that's just going to take up a lot of my time. and getting everything set up and all that shit. So there'll not be any scheduled. Big if I get shit sorted out and get everything set up and I'll have a bit of time, there may be ones, but they'll be like impromptu, but I'll give you like an hour notice instead of the tweets or whatever going up as I'm going live. That'll still happen, but there'll maybe be one like an hour, half an hour before. But don't expect streams next week, but if I can, I'll get them in. And then hopefully we should be good to go the week after. But then the week after that, there'll be no streams because I'm away at Download Festival. So, yeah. But yeah, we'll come back to this when we're good and ready, as well as Death Stranding, Phoenix Wright, and at some point I'll decide what's taking over the empty spot left by Outer Worlds 2. Jesus, really blanked on that one there. So I will catch you at some point. Thanks for watching. Until then, cheers and goodbye.